Good morning and aloha to all you going to Hawaii gangsters, wherever you may be watching around the world. I guess what I need to do is just say that I'm going to come out and live stream the rain, because it stops every time I say I'm going to do that. It has been pouring down torrential rain all night long. Up until about 10 minutes ago, it was pouring hard. Kalakaua was flooded out down there. Kuhio, right there by International Marketplace, that's all flooded out. And they actually put in a warning, like an evac warning at Haleiwa this morning. So it's not great. And a lot of people are saying, well, this rain isn't as bad as it was before. It kind of is, because now this rain is coming down on top of saturated ground. And you can actually see this ground here, like when it was raining. It drains really quickly, but it just runs right off. And there's parts of Kalakaua right up there in front of Moana Surf Rider, and right up here in front of Royal Hawaiian that's just underwater. So is Kuhio over there. But we'll go take a look at it. We'll see if it's going to start raining again. They say the rain is going to be happening throughout the day. And all night last night, it was Hawaii pouring rain, just sheets of water running down. How's everyone doing? How's your Friday? Eventful? Aloha, Amanda, how are you? I just thought I'd come out here and shoot this, but man, just walking from my house over to here, it stopped. The boys, it's flooding out. The crew workers, the city workers that I was talking about yesterday, and I was mentioning about kudos to them. Man, mad kudos to them. They are doing yeoman's work getting these. At least around here they're doing, and I saw what they were doing at Haleiwa, just doing fantastic work. Aloha, Wade and Linda. Yeah, that's the one good thing you can say about the Waikiki infrastructure here. It gets a lot of attention just because there's so many visitors here. You know, I know some residents and locals don't like hearing it, but it's a fact. I mean, you can dispute it all you want. It's a fact. But Haleiwa is getting a lot of help. And just by the way, this is the latest on the Waimea Valley and the Waimea Bay, that turn there. They're going to, starting, I think it's today, or maybe it was yesterday, from 6 p.m. till 5 a.m. They're going to be working overnight, and they'll close down both lanes for 2 weeks, they said. And then after that, they're not going to close it. They'll just work at night, I think, on the retaining wall. If you guys aren't familiar with what's happening with Waimea, just look up Waimea road construction or road failure or anything Waimea Bay, you'll see it. Aloha, Wade and Linda, how are you? Wenda and Linda, both of you. Janet, how are you? Aloha, Cat Roy and Sandy, Tone, Colette. What it looks like right now, what was like 20 minutes ago, is night and day difference almost. These palm trees were just whipping back and forth, but it's not over with. I want to go down and look at the beach. I went down there early this morning, check on the ducks, and the ducks were nowhere to be found. I guarantee you that mama's got them tucked back in a rock somewhere. Aloha, Sandy and Colette and Judy. Hope, good to see you. I don't know what people are doing for their vacations here. I mean, I know we say, well, when it's raining, you can go inside and do things, but man, there's just a lot of small damage that you just don't see. It's just not obvious right at the very beginning, like to house foundations. I mean, man, I feel so bad for those people all over the island. In particular, places that don't have as good of infrastructure system in place, like Kauai and parts of Big Island, Maui for sure. Maui just got brutalized, man. But we're on top of the 4th building at the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. This is a event space that they have. They do exercises. They do all kinds of things out here. Not today, for sure. That's the Rockahula Luau. If you ever do the Rockahula Luau and Rockahula show, it's right inside there. We're going to walk past there to go downstairs, but we're going to go down and check out the beach, because I think some of it's been washed out from what some people were saying. I think this is just a reprieve. It's supposed to continue through this afternoon. Yeah, these workers. There's a construction team down here trying to do some work up on the sidewalk, and they have one of those where they can carry. It's like a wheelbarrow, but it's a mechanized type wheelbarrow where they can put a whole bunch of weight in, and it just like it pulls itself with a little motor, and the motor got wet and it stopped. So now they're doing it by hand. Man, they're just dedicated, man. Mad props to them. So if this may be this actual location is really familiar to most of you, but maybe not from this perspective. But this is Royal Hawaiian. No, it's not. This is not low. Yeah, it is Royal Hawaiian right there. That's Royal Hawaiian. That's Waikiki Trolley right there. That's Waikiki Trolleys, and Waikiki Trolley seems like they're still going out. They had a couple of trolleys out early this morning, but I think they were probably kept over from last night, maybe because they normally never leave them here. But they were there for a while. Let me actually come over here so I can point some things out. My apologies. I should have pointed it out while I'm at least up here. So that's the Waikiki Trolley. If you buy tickets, you can buy them there or buy them inside their kiosk right there. That's Buho, the Mexican restaurant, right up there, Buho. That's Tanaka of Tokyo. That's the teppanyaki restaurant right there on the second and third floor, I believe it is. That's Sky Waikiki up at the top. And this is Kalakaua International Marketplace, is literally right there. And it's a Ritz-Carlton hotel and residences, and right in through here is a Sheraton Waikiki. We're going to go over there and check out the beach, see if it's got too washed out or not. And this is the roadway that if you've driven into Sheraton Waikiki, this is where you're going. And that's Manoa Valley, right straight through there where those mountains are. That's Manoa Valley, and Manoa Falls, it's actually over there just a tiny bit. It does not look promising for it to be stopping raining, does it? And that's a Sheraton Waikiki right there, the back side of it. Rarely get to see it at this level. This is the Rockahula, Janet, this is the Rockahula Luau area. This is the overflow, that's the main area over here. And that's the theater, Rockahula Theater, right over there. And this is one of the main courtyards. There's like 5 or 6 of these courtyards at the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. That's the food court down there on the second level. Hello, Janet, how are you? That's probably a former cast. That was quite a bit ago. This is the courtyard, the main courtyard for Royal Hawaiian. I will tell you, a lot of couple of the ducks, they were out there in it when it was pouring rain. They're just sitting out there on the edge of the curb, had their one foot up and their head kind of tucked under the wing, but they were just taking that rain. There's a theater right there. All right, let's go to the beach. I was thinking it was going to be pouring rain. I was going to need I have my umbrella, but I don't need it, not right now. This is the third floor. See this Del Roku? That's the restaurant that's going downstairs, right down there where that Italian restaurant used to be. This is the teppanyaki restaurant here on the right hand side, Suntory. There's the courtyard again. Yeah, that's what I was saying, John. I didn't know Waialua was. Actually, you know what? I think I did know Waialua, but I didn't mention it. Haleiwa, yeah, they're being evacuated. I mean, that's a flat city or flat town, man. There's the runoff is almost non-existent because it's like just flat. It's so sad to see. It's just a different perspective of that courtyard that we walk by all the time. And that's the entertainment bandstand right there. They haven't had performances there in about a week just because the inclement weather right there. And that's a Royal Hawaiian. Look at how flat a Royal Hawaiian is. Wow, look at that. You see that all through there? Oh my goodness, look at their lawn over there. Man alive. You can go check that out if you want. Oh, is it, Kathy? Is it like torrential like it was? Well, you don't know what it was like over here, but it was just sheets of water till literally about less than 10 minutes before I came on. It was pouring down so hard. I was actually on a phone call and I couldn't hear the person I was talking to. It was raining so hard on the building beside me. It was just, let's go this way. These are people, they're lined up for Stussy. Boy, don't let bad weather interrupt the plans for a sail. I get it, you know, life goes on. It's sad for the people in Haleiwa. I hope they get some relief. But I know exactly where they were talking about. There were a number of streams at Haleiwa where they were streaming out there by where I usually start our streams, or I've started the last two streams, was right there at the very end of Haleiwa where the bathrooms are in that park area, where the turtle is usually sitting by the reef. Excuse me. That water was just complete brown and just not great. Oh, forgot that's out. This is the Island Vintage wine bar and coffee bar right back behind me. They always have a line. That's it right there. That's the coffee bar that looks out onto the Royal Hawaiian Center. And I'll tell you what, man, they got to do something about this tile here. I came so close to falling twice, and I'm aware of it. Going up to the fourth floor there, I mean, I came that close to face planting. I slipped forward, or backwards, I went forward. Oh, maybe we can see out here. I think a lot of, oh no, they got it blocked off. Not a lot of it. Check this out. Look at that, man. So this gives you an idea. Remember yesterday? None of this was here yesterday. Look at all that. Whew. Down in here, oh man. Because that does slope down, doesn't it? Oh, they're pumping it out from the spa over there. Look at that. That's what a lot of that water's coming from. There's a water pump. Well, at least that can hold it. You know, I hope it doesn't do anything to the root system. I bet these trees are so rooted in, it's not going to get too damaged. But man, that's crazy out there. Man, it is like walking on ice on these tiles. I don't know what's on those tiles, but man, it is slick, slick, slick. Wow. I almost want to go out to Haleiwa just to look at it. I know it's not the right thing to do, and the last thing they need is one other person's car to manage, so obviously I'm not going to do it. But look, it's flooding over there. That's Cheesecake Factory. Here, let's go. I just want to show you the Royal Hawaiian, the entrance. We won't walk in there, but I want to show it to you. Because I've not seen it myself. I didn't look at it this morning. That's the Aloha sign. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Yeah, can you see through here? Can you guys see the water through here? That's the problem with it. I know I stated this a number of times already, maybe if you're new you didn't hear it, but that's part of the problem, is that here it's not so much a problem, but on Maui it's a big problem. But here the ground is so wet that when you put water on top of it, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get absorbed. The ground has absorbed as much as it possibly can, so then it just sits there or runs off. And on Maui the problem is it's so dry over there that when the ground is dry and hard, the water just runs off in sheets. Here, I want to show you Kalakaua. It just runs off in sheets until it slowly gets wet enough to absorb the water. But then the same thing happens to that ground that's happening here. It gets so wet that it can't take anymore, so then it starts sliding off. The water does and the dirt does. Yeah, North Shore is going through it, and so a lot of places are. North Shore, Maui, a lot of places. Kihei, oh man, they have an entire double lane road that just completely out and done, man. Hey sir, how are you? Good. You guys are tough workers, man. He waved. I didn't want to put him on camera, but that's the guy who has this concrete. They're doing some concrete work. That's Sky Waikiki. Well, I'm glad it did stop raining, but it was impressive, and it was impressive for about 3 hours, like nonstop sheets of rain. Look at that little pigeon in the corner. I get it, man. It's wet. Earlier, the waves weren't acting up like it was yesterday. I wonder what they're doing right now, though. They've got them in that Montclair, the old Montclair or Kate Spade store, waiting to go into Stussy. They have a line going around the front here and a line going around the back. Here's that heron. See him? Can you guys see him in the picture? Probably not. He has great camouflage. He's right there. Life goes on for him, man. He's there to eat some breakfast. What do you have your eye on? Some of those cool bait fish they put in there for you? This is that line. They're just waiting. Backside of Royal Hawaiian here. Just such a beautiful, beautiful hotel. The property is just amazing. Do you see a lot of these here? These little, I almost don't want to call them fence posts, but that's really what they are, these kind of posts. They're in there pretty solid, but they get a lot of activity. People run into them or jump on them or kind of just nudge them, not to be mean-spirited, but they just do, and it just kind of wiggles them out. There are a bunch of them knocked over on Kalakaua. Look at these. Look at these ducks. Like, whatevs, man. What are you fellas doing today? You guys were soaking wet earlier. The other babies were under their mom somewhere. One's missing, unless... I'm going to have a surprise for you guys here in a few days, or about a week or so. It's always sad when you you count one less than there was there the day before, you know. I almost don't even want to look for the geckos. They should be out in force, man. With all the, as wet as it is, they should be out in packs. I'll hear it, yeah. Here, let me try and fix my mic a little bit here. Hello, Dorothy and Frida. Good to see you. Again, Janet, good to see you. Hopefully everything's well in your area. Yeah, it's not raining right now, which is great, but it's been just, I'm telling you, all night. And most specifically the last 3 hours or so, it's just been pouring. I mean, hard pouring. Well, it filled up that pool too, didn't it? Even though the pool has a drain off, it looks like it's higher than what it normally is, right? Yeah, look at that out there. The wind is obviously a little bit more prominent here. Yeah, look how high the pool is. That's usually down, what, about another 6-8 inches or so? Maybe 6 inches? Well, that first step is usually visible. There's just nowhere for it to run off. Well, look at that. Well, the wind is like, that's a bad sign. Man, that's something else, because that drain goes out right out there. I don't think it goes directly out there, but it drains out to there. And if it's not, I wonder if it's plugged or something. Is the audio okay? I tucked my mic away a little bit for the wind. Tell me if it's too muffled. Aloha, Shane. Good to see you, and Jacqueline, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer Tucker. I just saw your first name. I saw your last name. How you been? Aloha, Cheryl Ray. Cheryl, you able to see comments now? I think you were having an issue the other day. Yeah, it does look very full, doesn't it? I mean, look at this, guys. There is absolutely nothing out there except for 2 cargo ships. There's 1 and 2. No commercial boats, no private boats. I don't see anything across there. Going from here to Maui. Maui's go that way. Actually, it's that way, but you have to go around the island. Man, it is active out there. I don't think it's the wind. This wind is, you can tell, see the palm trees up there? The wind is blowing, but it's not. I wonder if it's the weather that's making that. Well, it's obviously the weather making those waves, but look how far out they're breaking. And see this? This is from those waves breaking over here. And normally when those waves break, where we see they come up like this, they just splash a little bit, but the waves are coming way up and hitting here to wash sand up to here. Man, I wish I saw that. That'd have been interesting. Wow, look at all this sand. But doggone it, there's still people out on Waikiki Beach. This is what it looks like right now. That's something I'm really surprised about. You're seeing this kind of a drainage runoff here. Typically what will happen is when the waves just keep coming up and hitting up here where the sand is looser, where people are always walking, it'll just wash that out. That's where you see that, where the sand just goes and just kind of cuts off and gets washed out. It eventually in part will come back up, but I'm surprised. Yeah, if you guys are liking it, like and share the stream. You guys want to go out on that? You want to go out on that and check it out? Some lady called me out on the comments the other day. But I love the interaction. See, this is a small version of what I was talking about right here. You know, see that breakaway? There's a word for that. I can't think of the name of it. But it's like this, but it runs the length. It runs in parallel with the sand. It just gets, I think it's cool because it gives a different perspective. Let me, don't let me forget my umbrella, because I'm just going to set it down here. I'm not going to carry it out there. Sign's not going to get me today. See, that's kind of interesting, isn't it, that these crabs are out here today. They weren't out here when it was not really, when it's really raining. They don't come out, it doesn't seem, although they were over there. Same species of crab. But when it was pre-storm, man, there were none to be seen. Remember, it was eerie how few. I mean, I didn't see one single crab over there before. It's eerie to not see any ships or any boats. There's a boat out there. And it does look like a retail boat, but that's a cargo ship and that's a cargo ship. But there are no catamarans or sailboats. Look at these two crabs. Man, look how big those suckers are. Dang. You don't have to move, fellas. Woo, whoa, that's slick right there. Here, let's do one here. Hang on. Let me let it settle. Wendy, which hotel? That's Moana Surfrider. That's Outrigger Reef. I'm sorry, Outrigger Waikiki. That's I'm sorry, that's Moana Surfrider. Both those are Moana Surfrider. That's Outrigger Waikiki. That's Royal Hawaiian. That's their new tower from the 70s or 80s rather. That's Royal Hawaiian. That's Sheridan Waikiki up there. That's Halekulani. Oh man, it would be hilarious if I fell in. Nothing to really hurt, I mean me, but nothing really to... Look at those crabs. I know some of the fishermen on here are just like, man, alive, let's grab some of those. It's funny how they'll get off in the water. They don't do it here, but some of them, when the water's a little calmer, some of those crabs will just go off in the water, I think, because I don't know if they swim down or swim up or go from rock to rock, but it's cool how they do that. Yeah, let's check this out. Let's watch how empty it is. Yeah, that's the one that's really colorful. That's the pink lady. The Royal Hawaiian. That's where they have their luau back here on this lawn. I hope that lawn is doing well. I mean, it sounds, I know we had received comments and mentions and stuff that I'm pointing out things like this here in Waikiki when other people in Kihei and all over Haleiwa and Maui are having terrible. But I mean, it's the weather. It's happening. I can't do anything about it. Whether I show it or don't show it, it doesn't make it happen or not happen, you know. But I want people to, and I get it that the residents here, just like anywhere, like when it rained, like for example in Nebraska, they're going through storms. Oklahoma, Texas just had tornadoes and stuff, and people still want to know, hey, is it okay if I still come? And people have to know if it's okay to come or not. And they get upset because they're like, people are losing their houses, and they are, and it's horrible. But people asking about it doesn't mean that they're desensitized to it or insensitive to it. It just means that they are planning on whether they're coming. They're not, and I think genuinely on here, it's not a matter of people saying, oh, I could care less about their homes. I think it's the opposite of that. You know, a lot of you people still want to come out here and support Hawaii and the tourism and all that. They just, I just think they're getting a little bit upset about nothing. I mean, everybody's praying for them to not have terrible weather like they do. Zoom in on one of the crabs. Let me find a good one. Those are such good bait. I know it's horrible to say it, but you pull their legs off and crack their shell open, but leave their shell, and the meat inside is just, it's undeniable to fish. Yeah, I hope, you know, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to go to Haleiwa, but I want to do it and show you guys, because you sitting in where you are, you know, I think it does a number of things. One, it makes you appreciate the beauty of Hawaii when it is beautiful. Second of all, it, what did he take? Oh no, someone moved my umbrella. It shows you the beauty of Hawaii, and it makes you appreciate it when it's not in terrible situations like this. And maybe it motivates you to help people and appreciate it more. You know, I think it just is what it is. You can't, by showing it or not showing it, talking about it doesn't change the fact that it happened. I guess that's what I'm saying. Oh, chicken bait. Oh man, those chickens would tear up those crabs, man. Chickens will eat anything. Anything that doesn't eat them first, chickens will eat it. They'll eat mice, snakes. Black cargo ship. It doesn't look like it, but boy, it is moving. Remember, it was over here when I first came out. Look how far it's gone. It's saying, let's get the heck out of here. Look at the palm trees are windy. I think it brings attention to thousands and thousands and thousands of people who otherwise wouldn't know about, you know, some of these things. Stay dry. So stupid to say that. Stay dry. A couple of surfers, or maybe paddleboarders, braving the It was earlier. It was extremely windy. I'm telling you guys, literally 10 minutes before I came on, I had a phone call that you couldn't even hear. It was just. And you remember yesterday we were saying, oh, it looks like the sun's trying to make its way out. Where's the sun? The sun's right over here. This is a closer look at the backside of Sheraton Waikiki. Yeah, the power was not out very long. I mean, they do a great job over here. Look at the infinity pool, boy. It cannot get more full than that. Oh, look, did they close down the edge? I guess they are closing down that edge bar over there. I heard it, but I didn't think they were going to close it. Do you know something I noticed? Not having kids myself, but this is something I've kind of noticed. It's interesting how kids, they get to a certain age and this one day they start, they're so dependent on their parents from like a baby to whatever age it becomes. To whatever age it becomes a parent, where the kid knows more about things that are going on in the environment than what the parents do. For example, like that little kid over there, the parents are saying, oh, let's go over here. And he says, no, it's over this way, watch. And he holds up his phone. And so the parents just follow the kid. They don't dispute him, they just follow the kid, I think that's interesting, that kind of transfer of trust of information. They know the kid probably did a lot of research and, no, Mom, we go this way or that way or whatever. I think that's interesting, how that transition happens. Oh, let's get this. Let's not let that sign get out. Hello, Dave from Finland. This is what you're missing. You can see the rain between here and the cargo ship now. We've seen this shot here many times, but this is a very different look, isn't it? Gotta reserve a spot, all right. That's what this side of it looks like. Water goes down here and gets recycled. Seniors. Well, yeah, seniors too, but I'm talking about people who are just like younger kids. I mean, like, you know, adults that are in their 40s or 50s. They just kind of trust their kids. This is the Edge bar, but this must have something to do, obviously, with this they're building, because they had to cut off the power and the water to do the remodel. Man, no one over here. Oh shoot, I took this sign, I need to take it back. How many of you saw that erosion that we looked at, kind of like this, but over there by Barefoot Beach yesterday? That I'm really, really surprised about that they didn't fix that while they're fixing that other part. You know, they fixed that one big part of the walkway by Barefoot Beach Cafe that got washed out. Man, now it's coming on. Yeah, you can feel it now. Man, that wind really just picked up. Look at Halekulani. Have any of you ever sat or walked along this little beach area here? That's Halekulani, House Without a Key, Earls, Orchids, and Le Maire up there. Some of you probably even remember when you could do that. You just walked along here, walked up along this walkway. Well, that wind just really picked up. I need to go put this sign back. Stand. I don't know if you guys can tell. Look how much it's kicked up a little bit. Let's go over here to the front side of Halekulani. Let's see how that's looking. That's the street where it was flooded pretty badly the other day, if you recall. Wow, man. Has anyone read or seen any updates about Haleiwa? And Wahiawa, have they put restrictions on it, or what is it? Get out of there notices, evacuation notices. Did I put it back? Yeah, I put it. There was two wet signs sitting there too, so I put it right by them, under the edge of one of them. Here it comes. Wow. You're in kind of a cul-de-sac, like an enclave right here. So it's not so bad. There's a Halekulani bakery. Today'd be the day to go in there if you're going to go. Right there, it's a great bakery. Dang, man. That wind is just whipping. Sorry, got that umbrella right in your face. The rain's coming straight at me right now. Man, look at that. They must be diverting them off of Kalakaua. Yeah, I lost connection there for a minute, guys. That doesn't go through. Man, look at that water. Better? I want to go out here and see if these crabs are out here. maybe we could determine if there are different species of crab than the crabs that are over at that other pier. Well, it looks like that wind is whipping. Since I'm going with native sound, or the sound just from the phone, it's going to get windy. So you might, if it gets too windy, just have to turn down your sound. Well, Steak Shack is open. I can smell them. Coming down over there. Oh, we should have walked through Waikiki Shore. That's what this hotel is right here, Waikiki Shore. Do you guys want to end it, or you want to stay on? Because I'm going to go get a coffee at the Starbucks right up there. Sorry about this umbrella, man. The wind is just getting the best of me. I think they're just trying to stay ahead of this flooding up here because, boy, it's... Yeah, there's the phone company, Waste Management. Of course, they're going to be out here anyway. Well, those dedicated trolley drivers, I'll tell you what, hats off to them, huh? Or ponchos off to them. Something happened up there on Kalakaua because they're... Or maybe it's right here. Let's take a look at the street right here. Maybe this is... They're diverting them from Kalakaua up there through Waikiki Beachwalk. I wonder if something happened up there.
I went over there. You need hip boots, not just
I wonder why they're diverting them from up there. You see, that's Waikiki Beachwalk right up there. And it looks like there may have been something happen right on that corner up there. Let's go look. Letting them go down Kalakaua past Saratoga, and maybe just slow traffic or signals are out or something like that. We'll see. There's that rain. I don't know why it was second guessing whether it was going to come again or not. This is Kalakaua Avenue coming up. We're actually walking on Beachwalk. It's a road called Beachwalk, which is next to the district or the area called Waikiki Beach Walk. Some people get confused by that. There's Orencino. I think that's the original location. They have another location at the Marriott. We were right by it yesterday when we were at Starbucks. Really great restaurant. Janet speaks highly of it. And when she talks highly about an Italian restaurant, I take her word for it. That's a Regency on the beach walk. Michelle Hall told us about that, the great deal she got. There's Hard Rock here on the left and Tommy Bahamas just past it. It may have just been traffic. They were just diverting traffic over there in that other direction down Beachwalk. Boy, I'll tell you what, these tiles are super slick. Just keep that in mind if you're ever out here, man. You'll know it. You won't need me to remind you, but boy, these are slick, slick, slick. I want to get on this flagstone. Gosh, dang, man. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're not diverting traffic, but there are a lot of people going down Beachwalk, wasn't there? Is the audio okay? Can you hear me clearly enough? Yeah, Imperial Hotel is right down the street, right up here on Lures. We'll take a right. We're going to go to the Starbucks there. We've come full circle. That's where we started, right up above me on this right hand side.
Hot.
This beige building here right in front of us, that's the Wyndham. Right on just past it, in front of it, you can't see it, that's the Imperial. And right there, the beige one right there in dead center, that's the Embassy Suites. And this is I'm not going to pretend like I knew the name of it. I can't pronounce it. It's Holokulani. I should have known that. Holokulani. They're building another version of this, another unit of this on, I think it's Kauai. Yeah, Kauai. It's a Hilton vacation ownership property primarily. Nice of them. It is by far the best one, Linda. The ABC down that way, yep. Really like it. I'm glad you like it. Most people do like it. Some people aren't fond of it because it gets repetitive. But I promise when you're here. Hi. Could I get a grande pike and a double venti cut, please? Or just a lot of room in it?
Alright, 361. Okay, your Starbucks up. Okay, whenever you ready. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
All the mugs. All these Hawaii specific mugs. The Starbucks on Seaside and Kokio is a reserve, Starbucks reserve, and they have a lot of mugs, a lot of Hawaii specific mugs. You're welcome to the audience.
Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.
And we have too many sugar.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Set you guys down just for a moment, please. I'll sit right here, man. Oh, I'll sit over here. Sit over here. You guys want to sit for a minute and watch the traffic go by? Boring as heck. Actually, do some housekeeping here. How's that? Is the audio better now than what it was just using just the phone? Let me know, because these mics, it's a different set of mics. You guys can probably hear the difference between the big mics and the small micro mics. Those little mini micro Boya mics, man, those things are incredible. Incredible. I'm wondering that it seems like they're diverting traffic somewhere, or this is just really slow going and this is normal flow of traffic. Yes, it's better. All right, cool. I have these little tiny micro, some of you may have seen them, just like little BB size, and man, they're something else. There's the new Liliha Bakery. I can't wait for that to open. That's the Cajun Crab Shack over there. Ruth's Chris at the bottom. Yard House is down here. I think it's Mondays. Wendy can tell us Mondays, and maybe one of you guys. Is it Monday when they have the market here? That market has really grown. I don't know who they have managing that, but I don't think it was the people managing it before. But it's jam packed all the way from here all the way down there. They have the smash burger vendor who's at the Kakako Farmers Market. He has a super long line. He was there for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks here. And we walked by and there's only like 10 people in line or 5 people in line or no line. And he looked a little disgruntled. But the last few weeks, I've been down here a couple of weeks. I've seen pictures. There's a long line. So people love that boy's smash burgers. And for those of you just maybe joining, that's Kalakaua right up there. That main street. That's the main street going through Waikiki. This is Lures Street. Named after the infamous Lures brothers. I'm serious. Picks up my neighbor's business, yeah. This I have kind of muted out. Is it? Do you want to? Would you rather have natural sound, or would you rather these mics? Because I have noise canceling on. You shouldn't be hearing any of the rain or the traffic, but if I take it off, you can hear it. Yeah, Linda, I don't think we're going to be doing that sunset stream this weekend. We're going to do it tomorrow night, Saturday. I think that's going to be off the table, I'm afraid. That complaining video or post is the one that got a lot of a little bit of heat. But we have some filters, so it flags comments, so it doesn't. The one that says for those of you complaining about the freezing, snowy weather, people are upset about that. Why are you making fun of people's problems and having bad weather? And yeah, lots of Saturdays. Here's what I should do right here. This is what I should do. Let me change this out. Yeah, that's a better move. I'll do that. All right, so now you can hear all the noise. It's just natural. Cat Roy, you'll love Yard House. You're right. I think that same thing, Linda. I think that same thing. It's shocking sometimes. Well, Garrett, how are you, my friend? Where are you, Garrett? You're here on the island, right? You're on Oahu? Are you in Hawaiian Islands? Or you lived here before? I'll tell you what, I was really happy with Dukes. I mean, I kind of have an idea of what to expect there. You know, I mean, I've eaten there many times, and But I'll tell you what, the service is really good. That girl, what's her name, Dee? I think she went by Dee. Very good service. Service is always excellent, and it's difficult too when I'm on a live stream for a live Let's Eat, and we get somewhat what may appear to be not ideal service. You also have to keep in mind that they see me talking nonstop to you guys, so they don't want to come by, or sometimes they come by and they'll kind of wave back behind me or something. And so I think waiting on me while we're doing a Let's Eat, you got to give them, you know, a really good break. But she did such a great job. But man, those fish tacos were really, really good. And the breading on them, I think the breading is the breading that people have on fish and chips normally, like that almost like a Long John Silver's type of breading. Not that taste, but the thickness. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that lately, but I am. I need to go to Lulu's and figure out what that breading is. I keep talking to Wendy about it. She keeps trying to explain it to me, but I'm too stupid to understand. Brittany, there you go, Debbie. Thank you. Oh, Mililani. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, Garrett. Okay. I had you confused. Okay, I know who you are now. Boy, this is what the doctor ordered right here, boy. Oh, Kaimuki. I would bet Kaimuki would have a really bad problem, because it's like this. So much of it is hill, and then there's a runoff. So that rain is just running off over there by, I guess 16th Street would be about right. Yeah, that sounds right. Shoreline Cafe. Allison, do you mean I'm sorry, Kiwi Queen. Are you talking about Heavenly, the cafe right beside Shoreline Hotel? Also, there's the Aloha Melt. I went by there last night again. Oh my goodness. They just had a line. I didn't want to go there. I'll tell you what, yes, last night it was incredibly busy on Kuhio. I mean, incredibly busy. It wasn't raining, but there was. I gotta move to this other seat. I'm sticking out with that rain is just running right off the umbrella onto my leg. That Aloha Melt is crazy. I think he may have been talking about Aloha Melt, but I know. Oh, you know what he had also? He didn't have Aloha Melt. He had the Aloha Melt type sandwich, but he actually went to that food truck before we did. We as a group went. You know that Aloha Melt sandwich truck that we tried to go by, and we went by a few times during that while they were building it up. He went there. Let you guys look that way just for a little bit, just change it up. Man, it's just that constant rain just powering down, man. Shoreline Cafe? I don't think I know where that is. I have to check that out. Oh, is that right? Look, guys, if you have, I should look on my other phone to find out. I'll do that. Someone said just 12 inches in Schofield. Oh man. It says imminent risk for the Wahiawa Dam failure. That is going to be, man, if you guys have any credit with God, today would be a day to help someone else out, and let's pray that Wahiawa Dam doesn't break. That will be catastrophic. You so seldom get to use that word in a sentence, don't you? Evacuation in Waialua and Haleiwa residents. The Kona low through Sunday, they say. Dang. No let up. They say dam failure is expected. Take action, evacuate now from Wahiawa Dam area. And flash floods. Flash flood warning over on. Man, Waimea is not going to get any reprieve. For them to do the construction. I'm in a silo, a perfect cone of protection right here. Just in this area, I can't go an inch that way or an inch this way. Can you guys hear me okay? The audio's fine, hopefully. Oh, that's what it is. These people coming around this way to go out by Hilton Hawaiian Village and going out that way. Otherwise, they have to go up. I'll bet you. Oh man, we should go look at the Alawai, huh? It's a good thing they pulled all that stuff out of the harbor there, where that trash catch is, because I'll bet you it's going to be loaded up today again. You'd think it'd be out of weather, but it's not, or out of rubbish, but it's not. Favorite healthy restaurant in Waikiki? I'm not sure of one. Poke Bowl or Poke Bar, but not that one. The Poke Bowl over on Kalakaua. What would you call healthy? Almost every restaurant's going to have a healthy option. But as you know, they start every meal off with oil on the grill, so, or they fry it if it's not already done, you know. There's salads. You do a salad bar or something? Musubi, yes. I don't think that exists, Julie, not just here, but I don't think anywhere, just about in restaurants, unless it's a particular restaurant specifically for that. I just don't know. There may be, I just don't know one, to be honest with you. Yeah, that dam, if that dam breaks, they did a little animation, or they had a graphic and they showed the water wall over in that area. Where am I? Are you asking me where I am, Fabian? We are on Waikiki Beachwalk. We usually walk this street. Halekulani's over there. Waikiki Shore is over there. Beach is right over that side. This is Kalakaua Avenue right there. As soon as I finish my coffee, because I can't walk with the umbrella and this at the same time, we'll go walk around. We'll maybe go look at the aloi, see if it's flooding. Oh, Hawaii Kai had a, what was that they had at Hawaii Kai? Oh man, it was, man, I can't remember what it was. It was a flooding of some sort. Something over there got flooded quite heavily. People are just taking it nice and slow in traffic, which they should, I guess. I'll bet walking down, I'll bet you the mall, because the Pink Line, you know, that's what it was. The Pink Line had 2 trolleys today. They're taking them to the mall. That's where the Pink Line, the Waikiki trolley, which is right over here. Right over there. I would imagine the mall is just jammed with people because so many people for spring break came in today. Or, I'm sorry, not coming in today. They came in recently for spring break. Let me unplug here for a second. You want to sit? It's dry. You're welcome. I dried it off for you. Oh, doggone it. Come on, man, come on. There we go. I feel like a wuss carrying an umbrella, but I don't want to get my camera wet. Boy, just this constant, just slow, methodical, non-stop rain. I'm gonna wipe this off. They must be running the trolley. They have their kiosk out there. A couple of trolleys recently just left. They're handing out ponchos. Man, God bless those trolley drivers, huh? And there's the Sheridan. Aussie Nightmare, does that mean you're sick of Antonio or you're sick from him? Well, if it was more of a celebratory reason, I'd go up and have some Panda Express, but I'm committed to not diluting the majesty of that cuisine with just a common meal. You have to wait for something good. Dang, it's only 10 o'clock. 10 after 10 here. Oh, that drain's working overtime right there, a little tiny drain. Look at all these people waiting out for Stussy. Remember we were asking what was going to happen in the rain? That's what happened. They just have their umbrellas. Those are committed people, boy. That whole line of people there. It goes around the building, over there by Dean and DeLuca, into the mall over there. They're waiting to get in that Stussy store. That's commitment, boy. You gotta admire that. Man, if only I had a hoodie, right? Is there any place you guys want to go? We can wrap this up if you. I think this is that store that. Yeah, watch this. This is that store that Wendy was talking about. Look, it's got the Hello Kitty, Hello Kitty, the panda, and that little bustier type. That lady doesn't want to be on camera, does it? I don't think. There you go, man. Pay reverence to the panda. There's a Stussy drop every day. They act like it. It's just a very hot item in Japan, and just like that, man, it's gotten even more full. Look at this. It's just not draining off. Too late. Too late, Gerard. Aloha.
We just have to do it.
All right, mate. Those are some of my fellow countrymen. Crikey, mate. just have to make time for it. That would be a cool place to be sitting up there, because that's Maui Brew Company right there. Not on these outside seats, but they have an overhang right there. You can sit at that bar. They have TVs all along. That's actually a really nice place to go. I'm just not a fan of their beer, but so many people are. Man, look at that rain just coming down. You can see it. But that'd be a good place to sit. You could see kind of up a little bit. Oh, up in Manoa, no. Well, it's wet, rainy, and I bet that waterfall is ripping right now. I don't know anything else about it. You could just see it from here, but it's like that. I mean, it's rainy up there every day, most days, but I don't know anything specific. Aloha, Greg. How are you, my friend? The old stomping grounds, Haleiwa's got some bad situations, some bad weather up there. Oh, Chuck Norris passed away? Oh, that'd be too bad. They said he went to the hospital. Well, you know what, guys, let's wrap this one up, and I will, because I need to recharge my batteries anyway, not me, but my literal batteries. And if it continues to rain or if it gets worse, I'll give you an update this afternoon. How's that? You guys want to come back on this afternoon, even if it's just like this? Just do an update and a walk around. Where was that, Wendy? It says Hawaiian National Guard has been deployed to North Shore. Did it say where the house was? On which part of Haleiwa, I wonder? It's 102 out. Yeah, different than here. It was pouring for hours. I mean, much worse than this. I mean, it was like torrential, sheets and sheets and sheets of water. Oh yeah, we'll go look at the Alawai this afternoon. All right, guys, that's it. Let's do it. 4 L's. Hopefully you laugh, learn, loved, and like the stream. You guys have been doing really good on your shares. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Make sure you follow us for notifications when we do notifications. This is your first stream. Hopefully it's not your last, but your last. You will not know what happens this afternoon, and that you do not want to miss out on. Let's give one more L, please, if you would, for a lovely wingless angel, Lucille, and we will talk to you later. Aloha.